Hello everyone and welcome back to the Baddest channel. I'm Tivy. Today we are doing another episode of the podcast. I'm joined with Clint and Tebow as always. How are we, gentlemen?
Doing good. Doing good.
Good?
Yeah. Warm, dehydrated.
It's a warm day today.
Wetty and not the PQ kind.
Oh, it's gross. The humidity. It's yuck. We don't like it.
I don't mind it. I'd rather that than the cold, but
Nah,
Give me the cold any day.
Oh,
Give me
mate.
the cold any day.
I will chase winter. 100%. Well, look, sweatiness brings us into a good topic. We are going to talk about a couple of things today. We are going to start off with just a wrap-up of the Mega Games PQ that we attended recently. We're going to talk about some highlights. Our boy, Baddest Comp team, CJ, took the winning mat home.
Yep.
Tally 1 for the Baddest Comp team again. Another man on the board with 100 points, qualified for Worlds, which we love to see. We're going to talk today a little bit about some standout decks and matches, some observations. Obviously, give a really big shout out to the Mega Games crew. We love going to events there. They always put on a good show. What was your takeaway from it, gentlemen? Tebow, you want to start off? You kind of stood back, got to stream the event.
Stood back, enjoyed, relaxed. No, it was a good day, man. So you see, I wasn't playing, being qualified already. I opted to be the commentating crew for the day. Although I would have really enjoyed playing because it looked like a fun field. But it was fun, like you said. We always love going to Mega Games. It's a bit of a drive, even though it's in Sydney. But they host us very well. The streaming space that they give us is nice. It's well lit. They're adorable. They are adorable. They take care of us. They gave me some packs to open on the stream. It's good, and the type of people that were present at the event, it was a really good time. Good vibes for the most part. Some people came down from Newcastle, some of the guys that I play with when I go up there. The Caravan of Courage, shout out to them for driving down. It was cool to see them and seeing some of the Westies that we don't see often. Also had some people traveling, like we had Rurak flying down from Brisbane, so it was good to catch up with him. And it was good to see you guys go at it as well. So it was fun. I had a good time.
Clint, obviously we know a little bit about yours. You published a video on your...
Submitted an essay.
Submitted an essay. I mean, look, we read it beforehand and it was good. You did your video. I think it references a little bit, obviously, what happened at the PQ. But overall, your thoughts, feelings?
Good day. Despite what my 20-minute rant would suggest, it was actually a very good day. I think it was very competitive for the most part. Look, Australia meta is going to Australia meta, and you just can't pick it. So you've really going into these PQs. You just got to go with the mindset that it is what it is. What happens happens.
And next set is gonna be mental. The meta. I will say though, to your credit, you commentated really well. Actually, I think you stepped in for me to give me a break. I think top 8 game or one of them, maybe last round. One game you kind of stepped in for me, and you commentated really well on the day. It was good to have you behind the mic again.
Yeah, it was fun. It's definitely something. I didn't feel super confident in it when we first started commentating, but I feel I have developed a little bit of a knack for it now. Not as good as Hostman here in the corner, but I feel my confidence level in commentating and even just game knowledge is increasing as well.
It's surprising how much, and TV, you can speak on that as well a little bit, how much you see the game differently when you commentate. You try to, obviously when you play, you're really focused on the game in some way, but when you're commentating, you're stepping back and you're trying to think so many plays ahead, but for both players. I think when you play, you're like, okay, I know what I'm going to do, what is he going to do in response to that, but when you're commentating, you have to say, okay, this player A might do this or that to go into that, and player B might do this and that in response based on what he's going to do. So it's a very different cognitive mechanic, I find.
I know we talked a little bit about it after I commentated the Perth PQ, and there's always moments where like if it's not a deck you've played, but you kind of know the archetype, you can kind of go, well, this is what needs to happen to get the edge here. And then I feel like when you commentate some of those plays and you actually call them out and then they happen, you're just like, oh, like as much as it's cool to see the play happen and you're like, that's a great play. You're kind of in it, like you just empathize with it. You're just like, oh, I'm an awesome commentator because I called that play and then it happened and it swung exactly how I said it had to happen. It's awesome.
It's cool.
I was the same as Clint. Like I kind of felt like a bit nervous. Like I hadn't done as much commentating. Like I did the
Onyx?
last Onyx event.
That was a while ago. Though.
That was a while ago. I hadn't really done one since then. So like I definitely understand the kind of trepidation to jump into the chair. But it's good once you're there. I think once you get over that, like as soon as you've done your first like game, even you're in, and it's fun. It is a lot of fun.
There's two things to touch on. I can see how it can get really difficult if you're doing it for a whole day. Just trying to keep the conversation, fill the dead air as well. If you look at overseas, like they're always swapping commentators, so there's not always the same person. So maybe that's something that we can try and work on in the future as well, just to help out. And it's also one thing I picked up from the Mega Games PQ as well is deck knowledge comes from playing those decks as well and being able to be a better commentator as well, and I've been playing a few more decks, and I found that really kind of helped as well.
Absolutely, yeah,
definitely.
For me, it's keeping up the energy like throughout the day, like not letting the energy go down. Especially if you're by yourself, like the whole day, it's tough. If you have somebody to bounce off with, it's fine, but by yourself, it's tough.
And we've talked about that a lot, like the dynamic of the duo commentators. Like one is there for insight, one is there for vibes, and I think one of the good. Like the thing that separates a good commentator to a really good commentator is being able to switch depending on who you're. Like if you're the host, like if you're in the chair all day, Tebow, you're going to get someone, possibly like me on, who might be there more for vibes, and you'll provide more insight, obviously depending on game matchup, who's maybe a bit different, and then you get someone like say Scotty. He's all insight. He plays so many decks. He's got insight into like almost every matchup that you can then pivot and go to the vibe sort of guy. And I think that separates our commentary from a lot of different places when they do their commentary. I think we've got that down pat as kind of an archetype for our commentary. So it's really good.
Speaking of Scotty,
the Kingmaker.
Kingmaker.
God is good. Another PQ final, guys. The guy is just so good. And again, final. Just obviously he conceded to CJ to qualify another guy at Worlds, but he could have won another one. I'll say right here, like he could have 4 or 5 PQ wins right now, and it's phenomenal.
Not to discredit like yours and CJ's wins, because obviously you had to play to get there. But you and CJ were the dogs in both those final matchups.
Absolutely,
that's no secret. Like he just manages to pick the deck, and against Han 2, he had the Thrawn Data Vault. Against CJ, he had the Han 1 green. You guys were both dogs, and if he wanted to go a different way, it'd be 3 for 3 this set.
If the man wasn't on the team, I think you're right.
Go watch his top 4 game against John. It's match. I mean, unreal SWU, phenomenal SWU. Like
there's no one else like him, honestly. Like, not to blow steam out his ass. He doesn't need it, and we do give him shit more often than we don't. But like, I think I said it on the stream when I think CJ turned to me when something happened, and then CJ's like, "It's over," and I just said, if there's one man who can turn this game around, like, it's Scott's the one that's going to do it. Like, and
we all said it. There was a point there. It's like, that no, John's stabilized and he's taken control of this game, and it's done.
Yeah,
but no, he pulled it out of his ass.
Yep, absolutely.
Can revive with the best of them on battlefields as well.
The man is a legendary support. I often see Scotty running in the background, and I'm just like, I need a hero.
Is his Battlefield 6 name Kingmaker? It should just be his. It should just be. I'm going to change his Discord tag.
Yeah. I'll make a Discord title just for him, just Kingmaker.
And then everyone he's conceded to is now just peasant.
It'll probably be all of us by the end. Who knows? Quickly, I will just go through. I also had a really good time. I always love going to an event at Mega Games. This is the first one that I got to play in, historically having judged all their events for SWU. Pretty happy with my result. Got to top 8, which is kind of top 8 TV strikes again. The last game was mine to lose. I said this to Tebow afterwards, and I did lose it. Very happy with how I played though across the day. Ended at 4-1, came second in Swiss, which is pretty respectable. I think this set for me has kind of been a watershed moment in this game. Historically, I've preferred to go judging, play less competitively. You hang out with these two often enough and you start to get a bit more competitive. So I locked in this set, played in 3 PQs, converted in 2, which I'm pretty happy with and proud of. But yeah, it was a great day overall. I always have a fun time. Smashed a blue-green-black deck in the last round of Swiss. Yeah. Julian, who's idened me every time we've matched up. But he took Kira this on Mega Games PQ, and I'm very glad for it because Iden would have smoked me. But then got smashed by blue-green-black afterwards with John winning. But overall, good day.
How quick question and quick answer. How did you feel not being the judge this event? Because obviously that was the 3rd or 4th time that we would go to Mega Games PQ, and you've been a judge ever since. Every time we have something local, you have been a judge so far. How did that feel being in a different chair?
Look, I liked it because it has been fun playing this set. I feel like this has kind of been the meta for me to enjoy a deck that I like and it performed well with CAD. It was different. There was some things, and Tim's a great judge. He did really well on the day. I was really happy with some of the calls that he made. He was really attentive. Couldn't ask for a better judge. It was different stepping out of that comfort zone. I think I even said it. Clint had to call me up to come and pay for entry. Because I don't walk into Mega Games. Yeah, you did. Okay, I walk in. I don't play entry. I don't play games at Mega Games. Like, I just was out of my element. I was just walking around like, say hello to everyone. Mega judge, like. But no, it was good. I think it's really good for our scene.
Yes.
Kind of felt like I have judged all the PQs in New South Wales up to this point. I think it's really necessary for the growth of the game that we get more judges included. Tim's judged plenty of other games, arguably got more judging experience overall than I do, just not in SWU. But I think it was good. It was good, as much as I do love judging, and got to have some really cool chats about judging while playing there.
I was going to say, fun fact, one of the player that we had, Dylan, the Han 1 green player, one of them that was in top 8, was from the US, North Carolina, I believe, and judged at Galactics. He was here for work and just decided to play. But last year he kind of sacrificed all his playing opportunities to judge just because he wanted to judge at Galactics, and he got there. I think he judged day 1 and did some side events on day 2. But yeah, so that was a fun kind of little judge.
It was. I didn't even realize, and you grabbed me, and you were just like,
"You gotta
talk to this guy." Yeah. And I did. We talked for quite a while, just like about the experiences he had, and getting more involved in the judge Discord, which I will be endeavoring to do over the next short while, so that I can get in there.
Pretty sure he was at the last Mega Games PQ as well.
So, man,
he's been at another one.
I swear I've seen him before.
Yeah.
I think he looked super familiar, right?
Yeah, he was either at the last one or the first one.
Please tell us, because I swear
he has been at one before. Right, no, 100% he has been.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back through the admin all the events because I've got admin access, and I'm just gonna find his name. We'll do that. Yeah. It's fine. We'll stalk. Talking about PQs and results. Let's segue right into, I guess, the kind of roundup for the set. The baddest competitive team, where it's at. The quick summary is 4 PQ wins under the team's belt, a myriad of top cuts, 5 out of 6 where we had four winners out of 6. I think Melbourne was the only one that none of the baddest members reached a top cut. Yep.
No, CJ got top. No, CJ didn't
No,
get top.
Rowan
top
did.
8,
Rowan-
did he?
Ro-
Yeah.
One player.
Yeah.
That was tough there.
It's the moral support that's needed in the baddest batch. We want to talk about what's driving the team's success, things like that. I think a lot of it is like just the support that we all give each other on the day, prior to the day. Like we can talk about how Clint, you pivoted to a brand new deck, brand new leader, like a week out.
4 days out.
4 days out, like less than a week. Han 1 green, arguably not a pick up and play deck. It is it's a high skill level deck, lots of decision points, and
the team really rallied behind
the team rallied, right?
No, definitely, definitely, and I definitely wouldn't have gone to the level. Like, despite my result on the Sunday, and I went over this in my Suki video. I actually think I did play pretty well. There was not ever a time throughout the day where I was perplexed about what to do. I'd gotten to the point where I could play the deck reactionary. I just knew what I was doing.
Yeah, for sure.
I knew what I was doing.
I
didn't feel like any of the decisions were super complex as they were, 120 games earlier.
And for not just like, I'll run an hour of Carabast here. Like you were in for long sessions, multiple sessions a day.
I was like 6-7 hour sessions
exactly
in a row over 4 days. Yeah, there was a lot of grinding on that.
Yeah.
And as I said, like I am not disappointed with how I played. I thought I played really well. Just got unlucky.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that I think TV wanted to touch on. What kind of allowed us to be successful, quote unquote. Obviously, if you compare to other teams internationally who may have had better seasons, unfortunately, I think from a Australian point of view, we did the best that we could. And testing is one of the things that we've done better this set. I think we've had a lot more conversation as a team. Regarding testing, what decks we're going to take, and just helping each other, practicing and fine-tuning decks. I think we don't play team decks, to be honest with you guys. We don't say, hey guys, this is the best deck we have to play this, but we all play a variety of decks, and at times we do help each other to fine-tune decks, say, oh, this doesn't work, like what do you guys think should slot into that deck, that card? And that's where like you have all the big brains in the team, the Blakes and the Scotts.
Sorry, I do want to tangent off what you just said, and because we love a good tangent here, just to back up and with a little anecdotal story, team backing up each other and supporting each other. I'm driving up with Scott to Mega Games on the day, and we were talking about, because I know I struggle with sideboards. Like I know I can work out a deck and kind of know what it needs to do, but sideboard strategies I'm fucking useless at half the time. So we're looking through it on the drive in there, and he's looking at my deck and he's like, "You don't run No Good to Me Dead," and I'm like, "Nah, I don't. It's not in a lot of CAD decks." And he's like, "Because I think there's going to be a lot of harm one. I think you should consider it." And I was like, "All right, okay." I had to call Tebow at fucking 8 a.m. Have you left yet? Because I'd already left. This is one of the times where I did not take my whole fucking set with me, even though I'm driving to the PQ. And I was like, get 3 No Good to Me Deads, put them in a deck box, bring them. They're going somewhere. Yeah. We're sitting there prior to the fucking thing starting, and I was constantly complaining about how I don't think the Boba Pilot sits in my deck in the way that I've built it. Mm-hmm. I know Ruak's going to be listening at some point and going, it's the best card in CAD. Fair enough, he runs a bunch. I only ran one, and it just never felt good to play. So I took it out, and I mainboard a Cham for the day. Yep. And I can tell you now, it won me like most of the tough matchup games that I was worried about. Like I paired into Julian in the last round. We were both a winning in. Depending on the landscape, there might have been an ID world, but it wasn't to be because a bunch of the games played. Mm-hmm. The first game, I was quite dominating. He ramped, and I had a Cham. So it was in the main deck. It got me that first win. He won the second game, and I won the third with a nice planetary bombardment. I feel like that's that collaboration, that effort, that, when we say like, okay, CJ, went to Melbourne when you don't have that support and that backup, I feel like it can impact your results, no matter how prepared you think you might be for a meta. I know CJ got some unlucky matchups and some surprising matchups that he wasn't ready for. But I feel like when we're in that team environment, we're all together, we talk it out. I'm reminiscing to the game where we thought you almost had to play in the finals, Tebow. And the three of us come down from the bar. We're walking down kind of like last minute coaching sessions. How do you beat the group blue, green, black with Han 1? And we're walking it through. And then we get there, packing up. And Scott's like, I won, you win, bye.
Yet another one that Scott somehow managed to pull out of his ass.
In the last 3 fucking actions, all of a sudden he heals 9 off his base and defeats the other guy in the fucking tiebreaker scenario in the third game of a top cut. Like, the guy's the guy. Like, you know what? We've talked about the SWU Oz tier ranking list. It is an atrocious, blasphemous abomination that Scott is not up there. He has taken Akbar to fucking PQs.
Not being top 3 is actually, people
it's
have
wrong.
gone to jail for less than that.
Like, I'm sorry, it's just it's demonstrably and objectively incorrect. We need to fix it. Scott,
Andrew, we know you're listening. Fix it.
We know you are. You've got to.
It's not working. If that's
change the system. Take out Scott's bloody Akbar PQ takes and iron yellow bullshit. The man needs more points. So we digress, and we'll get back on point. That I think overall drives the culture of our competitive team. I think it leads a driving part of our success as a team. Guys, do you agree?
Yeah. I think we've had. I think again we're a young team, and a lot of us don't have a ton of experience in competitive TCG. No, but like young in terms of not age, but like it's a recent.
I was gonna say Clint and I are a bit old.
But yeah, it's been good. We're getting better at working as a team and how to best collaborate. And the vibes are extremely high. I think I sent you guys a message. Once we wrapped up our last PQ, kind of congratulating the team. When I say you guys, it's the whole team, and kind of telling how proud I was of everybody in the team and how I think this was our best season just because our vibes were better. Like we were just having a better time in the chat. We were just vibing. I think obviously us being successful and winning kind of like reinforces that. We just want to win more. We just want to do more cuts and qualify more people for Galactics. And so, yeah, I think the vibes and kind of the relationship behind the cards is really what's been driving us, I think.
Yep. I think we're also getting better, like as a whole, not at like the game specifically, but when we first started this, we were just kind of winging it, and every set or every PQ season, we fine tune something and make it better. So what we've just seen is the results of our labor and making this better.
Agreed.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of, and adding things on as we go and making things better, we are adding one more name to the roster of the baddest competitive team, and we are super proud to have our first Northerner up in Queensland, Ruark. Will be joining the team. Has joined the team. Is in with us. We'll be getting the baddest competitive team tag, adding it to his melee name. Although some, Luke, I'm talking directly to you, need to fucking sort that shit out. For the love of fuck, please. Jesus Christ.
He can create new merch, but he can't add a tag to his Discord name.
Can't add a fucking tag to his goddamn melee name.
But yeah, we're excited about Rock. Look, we had been in talk just internally, just us about him for a little while, especially since he went to Galactics with some of the guys. And he's an awesome dude, really good player. Won the Brisbane PQ a set ago or 2 sets ago, I can't remember. So can play cards, and just overall awesome vibes, which is one of the things that we're really looking for. So we're excited.
And I feel like we needed another CAD player on the team. Really,
no, that we didn't.
We don't need more CAD players.
But we did.
Oh my god!
A Queensland player was kind of what we're looking for.
Queensland player was the number one thing.
Because we're still trying to keep growing the community, and I think one of the steps to do that is to have people implemented in the local communities. So that's kind of one of the reasons as well.
Just a side point. Luke does have the baddest tag
He does now.
next to his name.
He does?
So
That's good. We're good.
So-
we take it back.
I'll take it all
we
back.
lie.
Luke. I'll take it all back.
Took a
My
while.
apologies.
Took a while.
Did he take him? Did he have it? He didn't
No.
have it before his latest win.
No.
I also don't think he has it in the SWU
he
competitive.
doesn't.
You know, the SWU unlimited ranking thing.
The leaderboard.
Look, he probably
The
doesn't
leaderboard.
have- Oh, the leaderboard, is that
The
what you're
leaderboard, because
talking
I'm pretty sure if you put in BDST, it's literally just the three of us and Scott. Maybe CJ's done it now.
I'll check. You keep going with your episode. I'll check.
Yeah.
The four of us.
But I guess talking about these sorts of things, do either of you have, let's call it a standout moment or a deck highlight to sort of sum up some of what's happened within the competitive team? It doesn't necessarily need to be an event, or just like something that you know springs to your mind when you're thinking about how well this has worked as a team.
I mean, for me, winning Canberra was cool. Obviously, it's winning and qualifying. But the Perth trip was awesome. I will say that I had a really good time. It was a real it was a multitude of little moments. Obviously, the playing was fun as well. I played well, but the team event playing with Clint and James, it had such a different flavor to it. Like, it wasn't just, oh, I got to win my game. It's like, oh, I've won my game now. I got to check on the boys. Like, come on, like, we got to win this to win as a team. And we played something different, and the vibe was cool. There was a bunch of prizes. I don't know, we always operate as a team, but this added an extra layer to be with the boys. And yeah, I don't know. I just had a really good set overall. Like, yeah, it was cool.
Nice.
Look, Worlds would be the highlight for me. The set, that was a great experience. I wish more of you boys had come across, just sucked it up and come across. But I realized that it was very last minute and it's not achievable for everyone. But that was a great time going over with all the other boys. Like James was there, and the Hobby Shack crew, and that we had a lot of fun. It hasn't been the greatest set for me, but and we've felt like we've been playing the set for years.
It's been a long set because we got it early because of the spoiler leak, so we kind of been playing it for a long time.
It's been a frustrating set, and I think half of it is just fatigue on the set as well. If I was that, apart from Worlds, another highlight I had, and this is just a specific gameplay moment from the Mega Games PQ in my game against Scott. I almost lost game 2 in the mirror, and I said, okay, usually, Scoop Racer here would just go, nah, I've lost this, can't get out of it. I'm like, nope, I need one card in my deck that will get me out of this mess and will win it. So I claimed. I hadn't attacked at all, because if I didn't claim, Scott just claims and wins. I was like, all right, heart of the cards, one card off the top. Card 1, no. Card 2, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Let's get it.
Qui-Gon Jinn to attack, clear his board, and then push all the damage, and he couldn't stop it.
Cool.
Which put us to game 3 and in a draw anyway. It put us in a draw anyway, but that would be my game highlight for the set.
That's awesome. That's sick.
TV?
Look, for me, I don't think I have a standout moment or deck highlight. I think overall this has been a really enjoyable set for me. Like I said earlier, it's kind of a watershed set for me in terms of my mentality towards this game. Like, I went to 1 PQ before this set. I took a fun deck that I like that is not super competitive. I kind of, I would feel like I did pretty well on the day, all things considering, with my matchups. Like, took a control deck, paired 5 aggro matches, and went in 6 rounds.
Skill issue.
Still went 3-3. But, it is what it is. I think, and I'm going to get a little bit mushy and sappy for a second, because my highlight for this set is Clint. We have given this man so much fucking shit for the last 5 sets for playing one fucking deck.
All the shit possible, really.
Like, there's really no more shit that we could have heaped onto him for playing one fucking deck.
And even though straight back your way.
That's fine. That's fine.
He deserves it too.
I'm cool with that. Redemption arc has been done already. You're good now. But I am really happy, like, seeing you go from Sabine kind of I think the moment we all kind of could tell when you realize that Sabine wasn't it, or at least, Luke's going to say Sabine's cracked, and he won a PQ with Sabine, and he should. We kind of rely on him for that quote at least once a week in the competitive team chat, or it's
otherwise we have to check on him.
We have to check on his well-being. But no, I think like going through and then like going in and testing other decks and putting in commitment. We talk shit, but I think it was really awesome to see that growth, and I think you're a better player from having now done that to then go back to Sabine. And like you said, like and this is the shit that I've always given you, and you always think that you always say that I think it's bias. I think it's just you've always had a very focused lens. When you're looking at cards that come out and you kind of got that Sabine lens on. Now I think you look at cards with a much more wider lens because you've played other decks a lot more, not just playing into them with Sabine, you're playing into them with other decks that you've played, and I think that's awesome.
Speaking of which,
that's my highlight.
Thank you, but I have 3 words for you. Sabine, farewell tour.
I mean, you can still play her in Trilogy. Like,
speaking of,
we'll automatically ban her every time we sit down across from you. But you can build the deck and have it ready.
I was saying, just speaking of Clint looking at things through a wider lens, he has a video coming up soon about like how to prep your decks for the upcoming meta. Well, some of his decks, and there's not 1, not 2, but 3 decks that he will be looking at. So stay tuned for that.
The growth.
I think
the growth.
Spoiler alert, they're all aggro decks.
I mean,
we love it.
You're thinking outside the box, but pushing up right against it from the outside.
Okay.
That's fine. We love it. We love that.
I want to touch up on like what you said and how proud you are of Clint of branching out. I think what's something that's really important is as much as we play competitively, one thing that Clint told me when we were heading to Perth, I think in the airport or on our way there, he just said, I'm not having fun playing Sabine at the moment. And that's so important. Like, we play competitively, we play to win a lot of the times, but you still got to have fun when you're sitting at the table. Like, there's nothing worse than playing for 6 hours or knowing, okay, I got to play for 6 hours, but I can't be tagging this matchup. Oh, I'm going to have a bad time if I tag this player, if I tag this matchup. Oh, I don't want to run into that. Like, and you're not having fun, like, just don't do it. Like, play something else. So that's really
This
important.
is a hobby. Yeah. First and foremost, this is a hobby. Like, we make content about it, but we do this because this is our hobby. Like, we love this game and it's super fun. And when it stops being fun, what's the point? We're just going to spend thousands of dollars on cardboard. Like, I will anyway, but,
Go watch our latest collection overview and you'll see how much we spent on cardboard. It's not healthy.
It's no good. Don't do it. But yeah, that's my highlight. Looking at and the testing involved and everything that goes into playing as a competitive team. I think all of it's fun. The one thing I do want to shout out all of us, and one thing Clint mentioned earlier was how we kind of have gotten better over the sets. I think this is the set where we got better at actually testing more. I think there's still a ways to go for us as a competitive team, but we actually did it. Last set we kind of said, yeah, we'll do testing nights and blah blah blah. We never did it. We never did it. Like, let's be honest.
Watch out, Australia, when we start to train properly.
The difference about this was, and just from my experience as well, is that I just jumped in a voice channel, shared my screen, and people just jumped in.
Yeah, they really did.
I didn't ask anyone to. People just jumped in, and we were just talking about the lines, talking about the matchups, what we can do here, what we should have done here. So it wasn't like it was an organized playtesting afternoon or whatever. It's just, I'm in the channel, I'm grinding some, random games, and then people jump in and we just start grabbing games against each other, which is, focus games are a lot better than just the sea of jizz on Carabas. Like,
yeah. And I think on that, there was a moment I remember when you were testing, and it was me and Blake in the chat with you plus one other person. And I think it's that kind of testing that I personally find really helpful when I'm just sharing my screen and talking through plays. And there was one where I think you were, you'd played a U-Wing, and there was like an Obi-Wan and a slow Falcon, the big chunky boy Falcon. And there was an Amphi's Nest. And I think your mind was going down I got to get units out on the board. And because I'm a little bit far behind, I need to push damage. And Blake and I were like, no, play the Amphis, bounce the thing, you'll start dominating the board that way. And it's those kinds of lines that I think when you were deep in it, you didn't see it, but having us around kind of like to refocus. And then I think when you take those kinds of new lines, you know, being less, it's still quite an aggro-y deck, but it's a different way to be aggro. I think that then opens you up, and I think it's that kind of testing that kind of pushed you along to be able to play the deck as well as you did on the day. Whereas if you just kind of played into Karabast by yourself a couple of times, even if you put as many hours into Karabast, I don't know that you get the same result. It kind of fast tracks a lot of it. So it's very important to us, you know, creating, and look, I'm going to use this as a segue. It's a cheap segue, but I am going to use it into a segue that Tebow is going to talk us through the next expansion growth thing for the Baddest team. Do you want to tell us what you've been cooking?
So we, as a team, we've been brainstorming a ton about basically how to integrate more players into what the Baddest has been about. We have had a few requests of players asking to join the competitive team. How do I go about it? Is there space? And unfortunately, we have to be mindful of how many people we integrate into the competitive team. Not out of like being mean girls or anything like that. Again, we're about community growth, but because we don't really know what we're doing yet, and we're just trying to be careful of how many people we integrate into the team. We don't want to wreck the dynamic. Again, we're doing well, so we're just being really careful. But we have been for a while kind of brainstorming how do we provide these players with a platform, an environment where community growth can happen, and where these players can get better from a competitive point of view. Basically give them the same feel and the same opportunity that we have as a team without being in the competitive team. So starting most likely after this episode drop, after we start recording, we will be opening the Top Cut Squadron, which will basically be a little bit like a B team. We can call it that just for lack of better term, but basically an environment where people in our Discord can test together, be a part of their own little community, and just grow one another. So it's not going to be an open entry where it's not a public channel. I will say that. So it's also not going to be as difficult to get in as it would be to get in a comp team, for example. But we will be handling who goes in and out. And there is a subjective component in terms of who we think would fit best for that environment. Obviously, there's playing level, vibes. Vibe is extremely important for that. And we will be chiming in, obviously, in the conversations in terms of getting reps, when there's questions about meta, about decks, and things like that. So Clint, TV, and myself will be active in this channel. But we want this to be really player-led. And like when I mean players, it's more the Top Cut Squadron players leading those conversations rather than us. Basically what we do in the comp team, but by themselves. And we just want players who are not in the comp team to have not only an environment to train in, but also when they go to PQs, have teammates to cheer for. Say, oh well, I missed my top cut, but my teammate can still make a top cut, and so you're cheering on for them. I know for me that's one of the biggest positives of being in a team. Is if I'm having a bad day, okay, that's shit, I didn't make cut, but at least I can still cheer on for Clint, who's like, come on, like man, you're winning in, and vice versa. Like when I'm having a good day. By now. When I'm having a good day and one of my teammates is also having a good day, we're double having a good day. Like, yeah, it's awesome to be able to have those other things to cheer for on the day. So yeah, we will be opening kind of applications. It's a very, very soft kind of application process, but send us a message on Discord. Obviously, we'll kind of review that. Maybe we'll have an application process a bit more solid, like a Google form or something like that by the time this comes out. But yeah, we'll have a private Discord channel where you guys can get together, organize some testing, have some deck discussions, and just operate as a team.
First requirement.
Did I miss anything?
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick, please. Like, it's so important. Like, I want everybody in the channel to just feel comfortable, feel like they can be heard. Don't be demeaning in any way. Like, I don't expect anybody that we let in will be like that anyway. But just good vibes, please. That's to be honest, that's the main thing about our team. It's just good vibes. You're mute.
You're on mute, Tivi. I'm going to say something while Tivi figures that out.
That'd be lovely.
I want to refer back to something that James said when we first invited him to be on the team, and I think this is kind of like a core concept of what we want to do. James, he didn't say it to me, he said it to you, Thibaut, but he was like, "Oh, like I'm really stoked to be invited because I was starting to lose interest because it seemed like the community wasn't really going anywhere, but this motivates me to play more, get better, etc. like that." That's what we want to do. It's part of like a growth thing for people who want to take the game more seriously and to motivate them to play more as well.
Yeah, 100%. And we can't, and we understand, everyone, we've had lots of people reach out to us and be like, I want to be on the competitive team. Logistically, I think if we could, we would have everyone on the team, but we can't. Like, we need to focus on our the team's sort of results, and in terms we have the goal of a lot of us are going to Worlds, and we have team structures where things like Scotty King makes us at times, and we can't be doing that all the time. In a relativistic way, we're trying to take what we've built in the competitive team and afford a space for everyone to partake in that. And it's not to say, if you're not getting a spot on the team or whatever, it's not to say that you're not good enough or you don't belong on the team, but we logistically have to limit it somewhere. And that's just what we're doing. But we want to branch that vibe out and give everyone the opportunity to. But we will still do it in a controlled way, like Thibaut said, where we're not just going to let everyone get the role. Like, we're going to try and still build good vibes. We want you guys to have a good space. And we are going to be involved. It's probably just not the same led involvement that that potentially the three of us have been doing with the competitive team.
And Thibaut, you can cut this if you guys don't agree, but we can't have like a big massive team because we don't want, even though it's community driven, we don't want everyone to be on the competitive team, and it drives away all the casual players as well. Like, you have to find this
100%.
You have to find this
Absolutely.
this balance. And we don't want everyone turning up and they're all just, and 50% of the field is baddest team members, and everyone else feels like they don't have a chance. Like, what's the point in coming and playing? So we have to limit it. That's one reason we have to limit it in some respects.
Absolutely.
Until the community grows more, yes, we go.
And we've talked about this a lot. Like, the Sydney community does feel often a lot more on the casual side to the competitive side, and we don't want to alienate those casual players. You're absolutely right. And I think, and look, one thing I think we can talk about, and we are not going to in any way take credit for it, but I think we were kind of one of the first competitive teams for Star Wars Unlimited in Australia, and that was really fun. What I'm enjoying is seeing so many more teams pop up. And I'm not going to say it's inspired by us. I would be lying if I think sometimes we don't maybe feel a little bit that way, but like, it's not because of us that this is happening. It's clearly a thing that we as people do, we as gamers do, but it is awesome to see. And it's awesome to see it, like, the varying levels of what we would probably call a competitive group. And I am thinking I'm not
the Caravan of Courage, the Cocks.
The Caravan of Courage. I'm not going to call them the Cocks, but they are. Having chatted to them on the day, I am so fucking stoked that they came down to Mega Games and played. I played against, and I'm so fucking shit with names.
You played against Michael?
Michael?
I think so.
I'm Matt. I feel like I would have definitely remembered if it is Matt.
I think you played Michael.
He was on.
Sure about that one?
He was on OB Yellow. The fucking nicest dude to sit across from and play cardboard with, and I felt like that OB Yellow deck can get away from you if you don't know how to fuck about with it. Like, I'm lucky I had played it in the store showdown From the Deep the week before, so I kind of knew what it was going to do and I knew how to disrupt it a little bit more. But I was chatting to him and he was just like, my one goal is to get one win with this weekend, and he did before he even got to me. So he was like, he was just chuffed to play. And it's a good deck. It
deck.
can fuck you
get
up.
that turn 2 General's Blade into a Caloran and you're
not having a good fucking time. If they let it happen,
Michael.
From the deep showdown, the only game I lost that day was to the OB Yellow player. It was Grant, I'm pretty sure. It's a wild deck, but it's shit like that I think it's so awesome to see happening. You know, we've got the swoop races. I'm so shit with names.
Scoop City.
Scoop City. Fuck me.
He's Scoop Racer.
Swoop races are in Europe.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm not.
Scoop City, GG Mates.
Scoop City. GG mate, all those things that are happening across the country. It's fucking
Boffin,
cool to see. But fucking the Penrith Panthers. I would be remiss if we didn't mention them. That kind of,
it's cool.
That thing is dope. I love seeing it. So it's that kind of, that Onyx, kind of thing we want to keep it going.
Onyx is a team now, aren't they?
Onyx Squadron down in Canberra, absolutely. It's those kinds of things, and I think we've had the pleasure of seeing our team thrive and grow, and I think that what we want to do today is, and with this thing, the Top Cut Squadron, is just give everyone an opportunity to sort of take part in that, and I think it's really good.
Yeah, it's definitely cause and effect. Yep. Teams are big in Europe and America, so I think it was only a matter of time. Our plan was never to have a competitive team. The only reason we put a competitive team together was because everyone fucking asked us if we were putting together a competitive team.
So many fucking times, and we kept saying no until we were like, all right, we've got to stop saying no. We might as well do this now, right?
That was never our intention. Everyone's got to realize that this whole thing that we started has snowballed faster than we actually expected it to.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Legit.
But yeah, so Top Cut Squadron, obviously, once you see this video, hopefully everything should be available in terms of applying, whether it's sending myself, TV, or Clint a Discord message, or ideally
don't send it to me, send it to Tebow.
Don't send it to Clint. Then ideally I'd like to have something a bit more structured, like a Google form or something like that. So if that has changed between now and the video coming out, you will see, or I will let you know. Again, don't be offended if we don't let you in. It might be just a no. Right now, again, even if this is a bit more open to the comp team, we'll still take it slow in terms of adding people in. I'm not going to add 20 people day one. I just want to add a couple of people, see how the dynamic grows with 5, see how the dynamic grows with 10. And so, yeah, just things are going to take its time. And I think it's also a good way for us to trial new players. Obviously, if we ever have expansions and we keep adding players to the team, I think in priority will come from that batch rather than just unknown players. So that's also something positive about having this.
All right. Look, I think we're going to cut short the next. I'm going to segue again. We are going to go really, really quick through this, but we've got to be quite excited. Set 6 is 2 weeks away. It's less than 2 weeks away. I think we've just dropped a tier list last week. We are quite excited for this set. I think the hype was a bit of a slow burn. We kind of saw some of the cards early on, not really tickling anything, but it kind of got there by the end.
Now
we've got all the cards. I am keen.
I'm now.
Keen for this. I'm ready. The mechanics are exciting me, and I'm now just excited to see some of the new artwork. Which
I'm locked in.
It's going to be exciting. Early impressions. What do we think? What are we thinking? How are we feeling?
Heat.
Tebow's locked in.
All heat, bro. I think rightfully so. Clint was saying at the start it might be a new Twilight. I think rightfully so. At the start, the cards were ass and went from ass to gas. I think the cards are good now. I've done a bit of testing. I think the meta's going to be wild. It's going to be a really difficult set to play, I think. But I'm hopeful that it's going to be fun. So excited.
Plot. I'm excited for plot. That's
Golden.
That's going to do some things.
I'm excited for the leaders as well. There's some cool stuff, cool new cards.
Very cool. Very cool.
Clint, you excited?
I think the leaders have a measure of complexity to them. In this particular set, which I think is not going to fare very well for 95% of the leaders. The most, I think the one that's up in the air the most, that I've seen the most discussion on, is Bale.
Yep. We'll see.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I still think it's a very difficult leader to evaluate. But I think with the amount of leaders, and I think it's just going to be a very aggro meta, I just don't see him breaking in. As we said in our tier list, I think Dedra is probably the only one that potentially can break in, and what shell that's in, I don't know. It'll either be control or aggro, or maybe she'll break into both. But I think I'm more excited for the set than I initially was, but I don't think my hype level is up on your guys' level, because I think looking forward, I think we're just going to have a lot of the same stuff.
Okay.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of innovation, apart from adding plot cards to already really good decks.
We'll find out soon.
I think there's a measure of that. I think this set's going to be really exciting when we get to set 7, and we see a lot of that. Those first 3 sets, they're gone. We see a lot of staple cards gone. We see a lot of staple leaders gone. I think it's going to be really interesting, Rich. I'm very excited for this set. I'm incredibly excited for rotation.
Yeah, I can't wait for rotation. I really can't. But plots will be good. Half the plots are good. That aggressive negotiations, busted card. That thing, I'm going to be building decks around that card. Like,
it's good. It's good.
It's a good card.
Dedra, I'm very excited. I've been playing a bit of Dedra. Got on the Inferno 5 hype train, playing Dedra Blue in the control shell. Oofed.
Yeah, Oofed. I've been playing a lot of Cassian. It's a good time.
You're very hyped on. I'm excited to see what happens.
I'm just excited to play new stuff. That's that as well.
It's always good, right? Like, I think Clint, you said we've been playing. It feels like we've been playing this set for a whole fucking year. Yeah. I'm excited for some new stuff to see what shakes loose.
Speaking
of, I think we're in for a very fast meta for them. It's going to be fast and furious for the next 4 months with these plot cards and these aggressive cards that have come out.
Speaking of me playing Cassian, what you got for us, TV?
What's what?
What do you have for us?
Yes. Well, look, we're gonna segue again. Last but not least, and we were saving this towards the end. Batch fans, we do have a big update. By the time you see this come out, we will have officially launched our Baddest Gaming Patreon. This is going to be your new way to go deeper with the squad and support everything that we're building and trying to build.
3 inches deeper.
At least.
Well, I don't have the facilities for that, big man. But look,
elite quote.
It's too good. It's too good not to do. Look, think of the Patreon. We're going to think of it a bit as our command center. It's going to be where all the behind the scenes testing, theory crafting, and Carabas level content lives. This kind of the content that we've wanted to share for a really long time, but due to our affiliated status, we just can't. Until now. So we're going to... And look, I know when some people hear things like Patreon and paywalls and shit, they get a bit worried. We are keeping all the main baddest stuff the same. So this podcast, the YouTube videos that we put out, our channel, event coverage, it's all still going to be official baddest stuff, all still going to be free and available. The Patreon is just for people who want it more. And some of the stuff will come early for those Patreon members. So supporters will get a special Discord role and access to private channels. In these channels, we'll drop deck lists, meta breakdowns, testing notes. We'll even get you involved in play testing directly with us, as well as who is going to be joining us on this journey is the Inferno 5 himself, Scott. So I can tell you now, in these Patreon channels, there's going to be some fucking fire brewing. Do not miss out. Everything from this Patreon is going right back into growing the baddest community. So we're talking more event streaming, better production, bigger plans. We want to do it all. So if you want to help us level up, head to the patreon.com/BDST gaming. Join up and get inside the baddest war room. We hope to see you there.
Daddy needs a new camera.
Yes. We'll put the links in the description. Again,
links will be there. We want to stress we're keeping a lot of this. Our Discord itself, you can still join. It is still free to join. There's just going to be certain sections that as a Patreon subscriber you will get access to. We are going to regularly throw up videos on the site that shall not be named. Lots of different things. Tivo,
we've named 3 times already.
Yeah. Hold on, I think my wife's just logged in. There we go. Oh, thank you, darling. Can you bring me some water, please?
Thank you, darling.
Thanks, babe. My wife is sending me text messages, but I didn't have my phone, so I bet you it's about sweet treats.
Banana is not a sweet treat,
I
Tebow.
bet you
Do
it's
not
about
make
sweet
her get a
treat.
banana.
Was it about sweet treats?
Um,
Yes. Okay.
Is he still talking?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. Go ahead, Clint.
You good?
Go ahead.
Are we recording? We back live?
We're back live. We were
hot?
always live. We were always hot.
Oh, we're always live? Okay. Look, as much as I would love to make that KTOD money and retire,
I mean,
it's not about that. It's not us.
That ain't us.
This is about just improving. It's a way for you to support us so we can deliver a better product to you. Because at the moment, I can't even tell you how many thousands of dollars I've spent on streaming equipment. It's a lot. It's the data, it's the cameras, it's the rigs, it's the lights, and that's fine. This is not a complaint. This is not me going, oh, look at what I've done.
Well, Shy guys, there's another video coming up for you.
I need to get that 13 reasons why gif and put it next to Clint.
That will be our first video on Patreon, so you'll have to subscribe to view that.
Shit.
But no, it's we, as much as I love our setup now, it is still being done on a budget, and I would love to improve that setup.
Yep.
You know, I want a better camera.
Yeah.
And it's not like I go out and buy a new camera. It would be a second-hand camera off Facebook Marketplace.
But a better one that we have.
You know.
Yeah. And like it is the investment in a lot of that stuff. Like, you know, you can see we've all got the matching boom arms and AT 2020 mics. You know, our webcams and stuff that we use to do this stuff. We have invested a lot into doing this, and it is not oh, help us, we're poor. Like, it's you know, we do get asked this question a lot. You know, how can people get more involved? How can they support us? And we thought this is going to be a way. There are going to be 3 tiers to start with, and 2 of them are the same. It's just for the first 10 people. You will get a special Discord icon name separate to everyone else. There's 2 tiers. One's $3. The other one's $8. So, like Clint said, we're not trying to retire off this. This is not replacing our day jobs anytime bloody soon. I don't think any of us here started up the baddest team to have that happen. Yeah. But this is just a way, if you're keen on, you know, the content that we put out, we want to deliver as many perks as we can. We're going to look at other options. I know Scotty has been asked numerous times about how coaching can be something that he can offer to people. We will utilize the Patreon to do that. In time, other tiers may come up with more content. It's about growth for us. This helps us grow. If you like what we're doing and you want to support us, this is going to be the way to do it moving forward. So if you're keen, go for it.
Should we tell them about the hidden tier?
The what?
The hidden tier? Tell me about the hidden tier.
Tebow shirtless tier.
I fucking knew it.
That's gonna be I mean, look, eventually we've got to just make an OnlyFans, right? Like,
yeah. Well, I thought we were going to do the OnlyFans.
I really wanted. I wanted to do OnlyFans over Patreon just because.
Is the name Only Hands Taken?
It is. It for sure would be. Like, it's become a whole meme, right?
Well, I will figure something out. I just want to double down on something that Clint said because I think that's important for me. This doesn't change anything to what you guys are seeing on YouTube. It really doesn't. Like, we're still going to produce the same amount of content, the same amount of shit talking. It's just a way for us to push out content that, again, we couldn't because of our affiliation or without whatever. Put that in jeopardy. Like, a lot of it will be content from online platforms when we can commentate comments and deep dive into our plays and kind of how we play, why we play, how we structure our decks. For example, I'm working currently on a Cassian ECL deck, and I'm still playtesting stuff, and I'm going to be putting out a video where I'm filming some Carabas games, and I'm going back to SWU to touch up on the list and going back and forth. And I play those games anyway, right? And except now we're going to be recording them to share it with you guys so you can see behind the scene, okay, how do we prepare for tournaments and how do we come up with what we're going to play. So I think that's really important. It's not going to change anything to the content. It's just an add-on to what you guys already have access to.
Yeah, that's a really good point because I know we were talking about what I was planning for my videos for Patreon, and a lot of it is initially going to be CAD related. There are some gas cards that I think are coming out for CAD, I'm going to work out where they go. And again, like you said, I'll be doing it anyway. If you want to get involved and see some of those videos, Patreon's where they're going to go, because we definitely don't want to put at risk our affiliated status. It's something that we've worked really hard to get to.
Still working.
Still work to be done, but we're closer than we were yesterday.
We are officially affiliated. We just
yeah. And the other thing as well is, you know, like the stuff that you already like and you already enjoy, you'll get it early. We will work on having those videos, like this podcast, for example. The next episode that comes out, Patreon subscribers will get it a bit earlier than the rest of the world. But yeah, that's the spiel. Anything else to add to that one?
I don't think so.
No, I'm good.
I'm excited.
Cool.
I will say, in the lead up to this, when TV and I were discussing these options, we have been brainstorming that for a while. I'm just excited to push out content because I play a fair amount of Carabas, and I'm excited being able to share with you guys like the kind of like what goes in our sick mind of like, okay, I really like this deck, but I need to make adjustments, and I'm shit into this deck, and just playing in an evening, grabbing a glass of wine, jamming games, and just sharing that with you guys. I'm really excited for that. I think it's going to be really cool.
The other thing, and I did forget, we will look at community playtesting events and things like that that will be mostly online supported. Those kinds of things will be for Patreon subscribers as well. Like,
we're going to need to run some gauntlets, for example, and so don't be surprised if one night we round up 5 guys from Patreon/Talker Squadron, and we'll say, okay, well, I'm going to play against all 5 of you guys tonight. Whatever it is, so that's something that we're looking forward to as well.
Yep.
Anything, Clint?
Yeah, I've enjoyed doing kind of the talking head videos, so expect more talking head videos from me.
Yeah, let's go. Nice. I like it. Yeah, that's it for me too.
And probably gameplay videos, but whatever.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, thank you. We'll wrap this up. I think last few shout outs will go to everyone who subscribes to Patreon. Thank you. Thanks to Mega Games for hosting another banger PQ. We love it. Thanks to the community for helping us grow. I want to remind everyone, Set 6 is coming, so look forward to some pre-release events coming soon. A lot of those, and they do slowly get sort of added up, usually on the SWU Oz Discord. We do often post the ones that we attend on our Discord as well. Reminder, Top Cut Squadron, if you're keen, reach out to us.
Oh, yes.
Let us know.
That's a good shout. That's coming as well. Clint. Look at Clint. Yep. That's coming.
Yes. And look how that works. We've been talking about this.
But that's coming.
Yeah, we want to show you guys some other stuff in other games, and Altered is one of them that we are pretty keen to have a crack at. I think we've all played it now, right?
I've never played it.
You haven't played it? Okay, I know I've played it. Tibo, you've played it. Right?
I haven't, but I've watched plenty enough. That's like
okay, yeah. So yeah, like it's a fun game. It's kind of unique. I mean, Fab. Nah, no.
I'm also now a Flesh and Blood player.
Yeah.
Thank you, James.
You're fabulous.
Fabulous.
But yeah, plenty more stuff coming. Exciting.
Lots of stuff are on the horizon. We are going to branch out from SWU. We're going to have lots of other cool gaming.
Again, it doesn't change anything to your SWU content. It's a
correct.
Add-on.
Don't get horrified.
It's important to note that's why we went with the gaming tag, because we did want to branch out.
Yeah. Like and subscribe, as he said, as the Frenchman said. Like and subscribe. Join the Discord. Comment anything in the channel to this video. We will post links. And that's enough for us, I think. Signing off. Thanks, gentlemen.
Deuces.
Bye, guys.